All right. And that opens us up real quick. I just want to tell you guys about this new episode that we are dropping today. Before I head off to work, I got to let you know we've got a special thing coming for you right now. Father's Day is here. And I got to talk with my dad, my grandpa, some of my cousins about what Father's Day means to them, what Father's Day is to them, how they feel about being fathers, how they feel about their fathers. Some of it was very fun. Some of it was very tough to talk about, and you guys get to see different parts of that. So I'm very excited for you guys to see that. As always, we appreciate you. Thank you for listening or watching, wherever you are listening or watching. And this has been Humans Anonymous. Enjoy the episode. Say bye. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Landon. You're joining us for a special episode here of Humans Anonymous. And I've got sitting next to me my cousin, who I've never met before, I think, before this week, right? We've never met. Zach. Zach is from Alabama, and today we're going to be talking about dads a little bit. You got a dad, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah? How old's your dad? Do you know?
I don't know.
Me neither, man. Old, right? Yeah, our dads are old. Your dad's name is Jerry, though. Yeah. So let me ask you a question about Jerry, because we're going to kind of talk about fathers a little bit. What's one fun thing that your dad does with you?
We go to Walmart. We go to Mexican. We go to WWE, AEW.
WWE and AEW. So you're a big wrestling guy. Your dad got you into wrestling?
Yes.
And who's your favorite wrestler?
John Cena, Ric Flair, Darby Allin, Roman Reigns, and Sting.
Okay, Sting. That's a nice one. John Cena. Isn't he an actor?
Yeah, he's a movie character.
Yep. Does he still wrestle?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, what about The Rock? Do you like The Rock?
No.
Yeah.
Only what's his name? Only my friend Kay Jones liked him.
Kay Jones? Shout out Kay Jones. And The Rock. Don't shout out The Rock.
He's on Messenger.
Shout out Roman Reigns.
Tell him he's on Messenger.
He's on Messenger. So right on. You said your dad takes you out to eat. You like Mexican food, you said? Mm-hmm. Yeah? What's the place down in Alabama? Do you know a place where you get Mexican food a lot?
I like Molten Mexican.
Molten Mexican? What's that?
Mexican restaurant.
Oh, it's a Rex. Okay. In Molten, Alabama?
Yes.
Do you remember any time where your parents or your dad took you and your sister out to do something fun?
Well, he takes me to watch wrestling on the TV while I was little.
Okay.
Then
and that's kind of what got you into wrestling, him taking you to watch it on TV?
Yeah.
What else do you guys do for fun?
Well, we go to Papa's.
Watch him sit around a little bit?
Yeah, he does the TV and Peacock.
Okay. And what's a show that you guys like to watch?
I like Iron Man, Incredible Hulk.
Now, I've heard you've watched Iron Man a few times since you've been over here. That's your favorite movie?
Mm-hmm. And Thor and the Hulk.
Guys, I'm here now with my cousin. Second cousin?
Yeah.
Second cousin, Jerry. So what we're kind of doing today is we're talking about Father's Day. We're talking about fatherhood. And one thing I get to ask you about that I didn't get to ask your son about, we'll start right off the bat with this one. What is your favorite thing or the most fun thing about being a dad?
Favorite thing about being a dad is the first time you see them kids come out and you can just love on them. Mm-hmm. And your responsibility to take care of them. When they first say daddy,
yeah,
come running up to you with their arms up. I think that was my favorite thing. I just got them grown, and I wish they were little again.
You wish they were little again?
Yes, I miss them when they was little again.
Right on. So Zach told me you guys like to go out to, there's a Mexican restaurant in Molten, he said.
Molten and Decatur, Alabama.
Okay, and Decatur. Okay, gotcha. So is that something you guys do a lot? You guys go out and eat as a family?
I go at least once a week, which is probably on weekends.
Okay, right on. Yeah, me and the little girls and my wife, we do breakfast every Thursday morning at the same place here. I think it's good to have that kind of routine. Yeah, and to keep it in a routine, because we know as soon as you get out of that routine, it's easy to stay out of it.
Yeah, well, growing up, family is always important. You know,
Exactly.
family and church.
Exactly. So let's talk about that a little bit. Growing up, now your dad, is he still alive?
He is still alive. He'd be 77 and 29th this month. But he is a very good man.
Yeah.
He's always, I got a brother and sister.
Okay.
And him and mother always try to put the Lord in our lives.
Okay. And how many kids did your papa have?
My dad only had 3 kids.
3 kids. Gotcha. And you said, so like God and church was a big part of
Yes,
your upbringing?
Yes. And on Sunday morning, he don't ask you to get up. He tell you to get up.
Oh, yeah.
And it's church. It's church. You know, you have to put the Lord first. Yes. I had to say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I had to let ladies first.
Yep.
Always respect your elders.
Okay.
Just yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Yes, sir, no, sir. One thing my dad told me, always, first thing when I got married, always trust God. Always put God in every decision you make. He said, I don't care what decision it is, you put God in every decision you make. And always take care of your family. He said, if you trust God, your family will be taken care of.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. I am joined now by Christy, who is Jerry's wife. Okay, and what's like one of the favorite things that you remember about your dad?
He was a very patient person. He didn't really get riled up. Really, he didn't really have a bad temper or anything.
Okay.
I mean, he was just easygoing.
What is your favorite thing to watch Jerry do with his kids? Like, what's your favorite thing about him as a father?
To be able to sit and spend time with them and do things with them and carry them places and just watch them cut up with each other and have a good time with one another.
Is there a place that you went when the kids were little that you remember?
We'd always go to Georgia and visit my brother.
Georgia.
Every Sunday. Every.
Now, Kimberly, I haven't heard you talk much since I got here. Are you the shy one?
I am.
Your brother usually does all the talking?
He does.
Yeah, he's a little bit louder than you are, huh? That's all right, though. So we're talking about fathers today. So your dad, Jerry, he talked about you guys a little bit, and so I kind of want to hear your side of the story, right? Do you even like Mexican food?
I do.
You do? Okay, all right. Just making sure, because I hear that they take you guys out to eat Mexican food a lot. And usually the quiet one ends up just slipping through, not getting what they want. So you like it, though? You're on board with the Mexican food? And what about wrestling?
I liked it when I was younger, but
Not anymore? Right on. Now, you're 19. You just graduated high school, right?
Yes, sir.
Right on. And so what's kind of like one of your hobbies or something fun that you like to do?
I like to do archery and art.
Archery. That's pretty sweet. Now, do you do like longbows or compound bows?
It's compound.
Compound bows. Yeah, my brother, he hunted when we were younger, and so I've always kind of, but I've never been any good at that. I'm too shaky. Like my hand right now. See that? That's crazy. I don't think I could ever do anything like that. You have to be very, very steady, huh?
Yes.
What's your favorite thing about archery?
Hitting bullseyes.
Hitting bullseyes. That's right. Are you pretty good at that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right on. So now talking about Father's Day. Tell me something interesting that you like about your dad.
He likes to take us out to town a lot.
He likes to go out on town?
Yeah.
Right on. And what's your favorite place to go with him?
Probably Walmart.
Walmart? Do a little shopping, a little looking around?
Yep, get new shirts.
Right on. I do a lot of my shopping at Walmart because you can go there and you can buy walk through the clothes section, grab 6, 7 different things, get out of there with $30. It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
So what's one thing recently that you have done with your dad? Do you guys go out and I know you mentioned bowling. Do you guys still do that?
We do. We go maybe once a month, maybe.
Once a month and go bowling, and I hear you're quite the bowler.
Yes, sir.
You usually put a whooping on your daddy?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes. But you're a pretty good artist?
Yeah, I got it from my dad, actually.
Really? So Jerry's a little bit of an artist.
Mhm.
Right on. And so do you guys ever do that together?
No, not much.
No, he doesn't give you any
He
pointers?
wants to do a competition. Who can do the best?
See, us guys, everything's a competition, right? What is one thing about your dad that you admire? Something about him, maybe it's that he's funny or that he's patient with you. What's one thing about your dad that you admire, that you wish that he had a little more of that for you?
He makes friends easily.
Yeah.
He just walk into a crowd he don't know. and he just makes them laugh, and then they're friends.
That's a very rare quality. Make sure you give your father an extra big old hug today. We're talking about fathers today. And I know we kind of chatted earlier this morning about your family a little bit, but you're one of 10 children, correct?
Yes.
I know you had said the oldest and then the youngest, correct? Both passed away
Yes.
very early on.
Yeah.
What's like one thing that you remember about your father, about the way that he was with you kids?
Oh, he used us also. He did labor on the farm,
Okay.
and he used us kids to help.
So you helped on the farm a lot.
Yes.
Right on. And what would you do on the farm?
Chop cotton
Chop cotton.
and pick cotton, hoe corn.
Right on. And what was one thing that you remember doing as a kid for fun?
Driving tractors.
Driving tractors? At how old?
6 or 7 years old.
Holy cow. 6 or 7 years old, just driving a John Deere around.
Oh no, it was a farm hall.
So what's one memory that you have with your kids? Is there something that you used to do with them growing up? Whether it was taking them out to the movies every once in a while or taking them camping? Was there anything like that happened?
We used to go to drive-in theaters a lot.
Okay, where they put the little speaker on the window and you'd be able to hear it inside the car?
Yes.
Right on. So you've got 5 children, correct?
Yes.
Right on. The youngest is a boy. And so let me ask you this. The youngest being a boy, and he's got his 4th kid was just born. What is one thing with you and your son that you kind of taught him about being a man or being a father?
Hard work.
Hard work.
Yeah.
That's absolutely right. If there's one thing that I could say about my Uncle JT, it's that he's a hard worker. Absolutely. What's one thing that you remember about your dad that made it a little bit difficult to love him?
He worked on a tennis farm, and he had a lot of kids to help him out. That's why he used us kids.
Okay. So that was kind of difficult for you to process growing up?
Right.
Right on. And so you and all of your siblings, you guys all worked on the farm?
Oh, yes, except the oldest ones.
Gotcha.
I was 6 or 7 years old.
Okay, so that's kind of when everything's
Right.
the driving the tractors and the doing the cotton and everything. Okay. What's one thing about your dad that you really admired?
I didn't admire him at all.
Oh, really? You and your father had a pretty tumultuous relationship?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So I guess talking about that then, what's one thing that you have changed about that cycle? You know, what's one thing that you did with your kids that your dad didn't do with you that you're proud of?
I didn't use my kids to make a living.
Yeah, I bet that
I worked 3 jobs to raise my kids.
you work 3 jobs.
They
Right
didn't-
on.
They didn't have to work.
No, that makes sense. I hadn't. You've always told us growing up that you used to work on the cotton farm and you used to do that, but I never really thought about the fact that probably changed the relationship with you and your father, huh?
Yeah.
And you worked for him all through high school?
I didn't finish high school. I got my GED in the Army.
Gotcha. Because you were working too much, or because you went into the Army?
I left Alabama, came to Illinois.
Okay. And at what age did you do that?
Got off the farm at 15.
At 15. Who were you living with out here at the time?
My sister, she lived here.
Okay.
Her and my husband.
Right on. So this is kind of interesting. I know that it's, probably not the most fun thing to talk about, but Papa, I didn't know that you had such a rough relationship with your dad, and to see you being the parent that you've been, that's amazing. That's an incredible thing. It really is.
Yeah, I
And
got
so
home at the age of 15.
at the age of 15,
Yep.
What is your proudest father, or your proudest moment as a father?
When that doctor said, "You got a football player here,"
The 5th one?
the boy, yeah.
Yeah, the boy.
Yeah,
Yep.
he weighed 10 pounds and 10 ounces.
Gotcha.
He
See-
came out, the doctor said, "You got a football player here."
He was over 10 pounds, almost 11 pounds.
After 4 daughters, I was proud of that boy.
Yeah.
I'm still proud.
Well, I really appreciate you sitting down and taking the time to chat with me. I know that this probably wasn't the most fun conversation. I didn't really know a whole lot about your relationship with your dad, but it's good to kind of get that perspective and see the ways that you have changed and grown versus how your father treated you.
Okay, thank you.
So I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
I am now finally joined by the man of the hour, my father, Mike. What's up, Mike?
Not much. How you doing, Lance?
I think that's the only time I've called you Mike other than at work. So we've talked with a couple of my cousins and my grandpa and kind of got an idea for them as fathers and their fathers. And so we finally come to the father that I know best. What's one memory that you have growing up from your dad? Let's say like when you were in middle school, when you were younger than high school.
One of the biggest things I remember is, and I'm sure you've heard this story, but he and I went on a hike. My mom dropped us off on one end of one of the local rivers, and we hiked down the river and just had a good time. And I remember seeing animal tracks, and we took backpacks and stuff. And I remember making plaster casts of the animal prints to take home. That was pretty cool. And just going down the river, we took some lunch and packed a lunch and just had a good time. That's one of the biggest things that I remember from.
You have a lot of kids, so I'll say it this way. What was one of your proudest moments as a father?
I guess having with 8 kids, 5 adult kids and 3 that are still at home, seeing the success that you older kids have come through some of the issues and things that you guys have struggled with and come through, and to see where you're at today, being successful, having families, and I guess seeing how you interact with your family. I gotta think that I had a little something to do with that. So yeah, it makes me proud to see you with your girls, Luke with his kids. Now Levi's coming up with gonna have a baby, and it's just, and you guys are taking responsibility. You guys are you're just doing good. You're becoming successful. Leah's doing her thing, and Mike is doing his thing, and everybody, and then hopefully the littles will follow suit and just continue to be successful.
I'm sitting here taking all of that in, realizing like that's the whole goal, is to get your kids to a point where they can not just take care of themselves, but do whatever they want and know that they're going to be okay.
Yes.
And so I think that, what more could make me proud than having my kids be able to be successful? Hey, everybody. Thanks again for listening. We appreciate you supporting the podcast. And not only thank you for listening to the podcast, but thank you to all the dads out there. We know how much you guys work your butts off to take care of us. And we appreciate you so much. So happy Father's Day to all fathers out there. Here, come here.
Happy Father's Day, Dad.